Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This will be your reading for January 2021. And here we are, and so much of the past is done for you. You see where you sabotaged yourself, and that is no longer on the menu. In February, you will see that where you have been on a journey of self-love, you can see now everywhere around you how beautiful the results are, the fruits of your labor. Of course, in life, it is not about the fruits of the labor, but this is really a month for you where love and effort meet and find new ways. You will also be good with money here. I feel like February for you is going to be a moment where your self-worth is established in new ways, and some of it can come through outer confirmation, but a lot of that validation will be found in the inside where it matters. Basically, there is a healing of the lineage done by you deciding to really cut with the old ways, and you will see that the traditions that you let go of, however deeply embedded they were, that all of that is for the good of you, the collective, and also those involved that might be triggered or might be resistant towards your new approach on how you're gonna stand in life, the job you're gonna choose, who are you gonna name your family, all of that. The most important day of this month for you, Capricorn, is, I believe it to be the 6th of February. A very interesting day. It's a moment for you to go from that effortful hard work place and infuse that with a whole lot of love and true purpose. So what do I mean by that? It's that, it's where the Capricorn, instead of being the taskmaster, becomes the architect of beauty. So that's a really, really powerful day to sit with yourself, and it might be just that love shows up at your doorstep on that day for those who are looking for a partnership. This is a very good day for that to happen in a way that it feels good and correct with the new foundations that you have laid out for yourself. This is also a month, like at the end of the month, I see you having a conversation or introducing spirituality in a conversation with a peer, in something that you are teaching or communicating to the world at large, or like with your sister if you have a sister. This is a very good time to go on a bonding, healing journey with a sister if you would have one. I know that's very specific, but that's what's coming to me now. And when it comes to your service in the world, you have been letting go of so many things, ways of thinking of the past that were not serving you, as to move further along your path and redefine in this year how you are going to work, what energy you're going to spend there, and how you're going to give to others, what is going to be your service, right? The end of 2021 will only see the full fruit of that. I do have a full 2021 reading where we go month by month. That might be interesting for you to watch if this resonates, Capricorn. However, what I'm saying is that you've embarked upon a journey of reframing yourself in society, and what the gift is that you're going to give to the world, how you're going to nurture. Questions like, are you going to be a mother or a father in your life? For some of you that already are, how are you going to assume that role in the future? Also comes with an assessment of where have I given too much of myself, and this idea of selflessness, like where am I serving but it's actually not serving anyone because I'm just depleting myself, and this person is not ready to take on this part of their healing journey. And some of you are very focused on wanting to get ahead with things, so revealing to the other what their healing journey is might be something that interests you. In that case, you're going to channel all of that energy that you have towards the collective in a way that serves yourself, that gives you a sense of worth that is based on solid spiritual values, and also that is embedded in an emotional maturity that also recognizes your own needs, Capricorn. So that's really beautiful. All right, let's see what is up for Capricorn. So in the first week, you are having a strong sense of spiritual maturity. You might connect to the women in your life. This can be already the sister thing that I told you, but it can also be somebody you consider a sister. I'm talking about the human family at large, your brothers and sisters. So with the Queen of Cups here in the first week, you are definitely accessing your emotional maturity and the love that you have for yourself, and are able to create abundance from that space for yourself. Especially the 6th will be an important moment for you, and the whole energy surrounding that first and second week of February, actually, where you can see like, okay, this is how we're gonna roll. And you're feeling strong. I'm seeing you're also connected to Mother Earth. Going in nature might be wonderful. Sitting in bathtubs, crystals that are clear, blue stones as well, all very beneficial. But I see you feeling very connected and kind of knowing what you want to offer, knowing like, okay, this is what I have in my cup, this is what I have in my toolkit, and this is how I'm going to bring it. And then you see, like in the second week, we have this person who has on this image strong boundaries, but at the same time planning to give, and it's all there, and people are gonna see that. I see a lot of people like teachers, authority figures, as well as peers, like people of your own age, just like turning to you, and or maybe it's just subliminal, you know, but give you little messages that are like, oh yeah, wink of the universe, I'm on the right track. And that's really wonderful, that's really beautiful. So with the energy of the 11th of February, you have a moment to redefine like how you're gonna spend your energy, Capricorn. So that's a really nice thing. So you can decide like, okay, maybe it's a new way of it's also a new way of loving yourself. Of course, that all ties in with what I first said, but it's going to be like, okay, this I'm going to give my energy to, and that much of it, and then I'm going to do something for myself. And there's this energetic portfolio that is being fine-tuned, and you feeling really established and stabilized within yourself. Also connecting to your emotions, grounding. I'm getting a lot for you, like feet on the ground. Like there's a lot of dancing to be done at the end of the month. So there's like a renewal of your sense of expansion, of wanting to go out there in the world, which will happen in the second half of the month or after the 11th. However, as I see it here, the first 2 weeks, you are still like enjoying that stability within yourself, and that's a beautiful place to be, and working on what your job in the world will be and how you are reformulating all of that for yourself. And as I'm seeing it in the third week here with the 2 of Wands, you are taking this one step further and seeing like, okay, this is my gift to the world, and this has been brewing over the last six months, and I see you really rejoicing there and like giving it to the world and getting really playful with it, you know. And also partnerships, partnering up with people that formerly were maybe people you looked up to, but also telling yourself, why not, you know, why not reach out. I see you also reaching out to people. Like second half of February is definitely a moment for you to consider like, who will I collaborate with, and who actually is a true acquaintance, true friend, a true wish in my life that I wish to dance with, you know, because our friends are our wishes. They are our long-term goals in a way. If they are healthy friendships, or friendships where there is a kind of sort of mentorship that goes on. This can be new friends as well, like new people coming in that give you a sense of self-worth and possibility of where could you go. What is an interesting exercise here is like looking at somebody who does what you would like to do in the world, who does that with grace and beauty, and asking them actually, how did you get there? Or just reading about them if they would be somebody who is successful in a public manner. But that doesn't have to be, of course, because success is a very personal term, and that is exactly what we are healing in the Capricorn archetype. And so for you especially, what does success mean to you? For some people it is, and very validly so, being able to have the free time to give, to share a moment of love and presence with their loved ones, you know, and that's a true success actually. And you're realizing that here more and more as you are on this journey of self-love and valuing yourself from a whole different perspective. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful here. Also in the last week of the month, there is this sense that you have of like, okay, here I am. I'm gonna come out to play. You're feeling like a sort of spring in the air. There is this kind of idea of like, okay, I can be playful, you know, like I'm feeling you financially safe, or good news coming in for you at the end of the month. But you're there, you know, and you're like playful. There's a rejuvenation that took place, you know. So many old things, you're like, I'm not gonna carry this voice anymore. Why was I even thinking that? It's not important for my life. My success is my own thing. Your life is your work of art, beyond what everyone else said. So there's a coming to agreement with oneself that emotions will always be there, and some of it, like, people might be triggering you, stirring up certain things, and that's okay, because you can always access, Capricorn, the dancer within you. There is a huge trial that you have passed, and this is the newness of the 28-year-long cycle that you are embarking upon, and you're able to kind of look at your long-term goals. And I'm seeing you really on this place. Look at this card, like balancing it out and being like, okay, this is what I want to offer the world, this is what I'm going to give to myself, like these are my wishes, and getting really clear with yourself, like, okay, this is how we're gonna go, you know. And then, like, step by step, you're walking it, you're on the journey. Beautiful month for you here in February. Some of you are going to have also a more spiritual approach to their communication, and there might be a moment, as I said, within the family that is truly healing here, and where you see, like, okay, if you're at the age of having a family, where you be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it differently, with all the respect in the world, but that's not gonna be my flow. I'm going to not choose the crisis of the past, but I'm going to choose future. Also, new ways of making money will be introduced to you. And some of it might come through a connection with somebody, like of a sibling, or somebody at like you have close communication with in the neighborhood. Maybe you want to do some stuff in the neighborhood. Like, people are gonna look at you. You might also meet someone in the streets that you're really attracted to, and that gives you a sense of like, oh, okay, I'd like to do some playtime with that one. So all of that here for you. Let's see how it rolls out. I have this new deck here. It's very gothic. I love the images, and I love working with a new deck, because that stimulates the intuitive mind. Nice. So yeah, as I said, you feel really centered within yourself in this first week, and there is this moment of like deciding to be an architect of the play of your life, and doing that from the most humble place possible. And you are no longer bearing the cross of the past. You decide where you want to go. And there is this, I'm feeling some of you getting in touch with the ritualistic part of yourself, you know, like going to a place where you can place your feet on the earth. Great, that's one thing. But also a ritual bath you take to cleanse yourself, or burning something. Obviously be safe when you do so, because fire, most mysterious element. One would say that it's Akasha, but actually the fire, it's quite something. So with that being said, like, I'm seeing you kind of buying yourself flowers in the second week of this month. This can also be a soulmate, or somebody who's currently in your life, who kind of will honor you, and not kind of, who will honor you and bless you with a really wonderful gift, which will be the gift of presence, as I feel, just being truly there, connecting with you. Might be through a nice meal, might be through like some kind of beautiful romantic adventure you will go upon, and also the simple things of life, right? Both feet on the ground. What do I actually enjoy? For some people, vacation is truly staying at home, because when you go somewhere, there's all the logistics to take care of, and it's not really vacationing. If vacationing for you means resting, you know, we all have different definitions, and words are kind of leaving us. And with that, I have this thing that with the flower here and the rose is a symbol of our heart center, as it relates to the Anya chakra, the intuition, the flower of the intuition, we say. So that is really blossoming with you and coming into this more fluid way of defining your life, defining your relationships with others. That will truly help you further on the path, and there is definitely expansion here for you. First 2 weeks with the Mercury retrograde, there might be a going over of this journey of self-love you have been in, and a rethinking, a restructuring mentally on how you're going to set up the base of your new life, because there's definitely expansion for you here in 2021. Also travel I see for you. Maybe some of you are going to want to lay the foundations of a vacation or a travel journey, a spiritual journey, it can be for example a journey towards Indian Eastern philosophy. Can be Indian, of course. Yoga is very much here these days, but it can be about also it can be about taking that journey in the mind, taking on a course, a new course. Like, how are you gonna feed the gift that you want to give to the world? How are you gonna nurture that? How are you gonna love that as if it were your own child? Because it is, in a way. So this new version of you that is blossoming and blooming, how are you gonna nurture that? And with that, some of you I see embarking upon a new study. Something new is going to be introduced into your own private world, whether it is by booking a trip, booking this or reserving this education, if words allow me to formulate it in that way, or whether it is to reserve that, like plan that vacation, plan that spiritual trip that you're taking. All of that, all of those ideas, they are there, but you are going to know that it's like, okay, this is the beginning of that, and I'm just taking the first steps in that direction and presenting myself in that way. However, I see you getting offers as well to already unfold your gift to the world, and having a playful attitude about that. So that's really beautiful here. Nice. So we have the king and the queen of flowers. So there, with that, there's also this idea, okay, for some of you it's happening right now in the now, and there might be already a person offering you flowers, and you really looking at this person like, this can be my king energy, you know. And with that, the first 2 weeks are going to be for you to kind of put the crown on your own head and embody that maturity, that order within your life that creates the space for love to come in, and to love in a healthy way, because 2021 is for healthy relationships only. And we can see that here, because king and queen of flowers, they're both intuitively in tune with one another. This might mean that there is somebody that you feel who is in your field but has not truly manifested yet. Then the message for you is a playful approach to life. Yeah, how can you laugh more, and connecting with your peers, with your brothers and sisters of the human family, the ones you resonate with now, like nothing of the past. You know, it's okay if they're of the past and you still resonate with them. Tant mieux, fantastic news. But sometimes we can have better relationships with new friends, because they are more aligned with what our journey is in this very moment, and there is more to learn for us. So the soul wants to be educated through a variety of experiences, so that is here for you. If you are looking to meet someone, I mean, it's definitely open here. You could meet someone through the job, or by getting into a space of playfulness, of perhaps also at this new place you're gonna get educated, even if it is in the ethers, on the internet. So all of this is possible, but seeing great emotional stability within yourself, from where the creativity can embark and find fruits and roots in the ground, in a activity that makes you feel alive, playful, young, and beautiful. And then yes, with the Hierophant here at the end. At the end of the month, I see you laying some new foundations when it comes to your wisdom, your teachings, your knowledge, and what you're gonna carry on. There might be something that that is becoming very clear in your mind of the fathering that you received, and how you are not going to father yourself into this new business endeavor, or this new gift that you are unfolding in this very moment, but you're not gonna father yourself in that way. You're gonna give yourself structure, but in a different way, with a lot more love. And the 6th, as I said before, is a very good day to tap into that. And you might receive on the 14th actually a message that will actually inspire you beyond words on how to merge this kind of cosmic knowing that you have now, that has been with you and that has blossomed in this moment, with the practicality, the skills that you need, the toolkit that you need. So I'm seeing you embracing a sort of tradition that is not a tradition of the past, and so the words are a bit contradictory, and with the flower of the intuition blooming, that's something we all have to deal with, the limitations of words and thinking. Yet writing your own tradition here and letting that be based on joy, on love and play. So all of that working out pretty well here for you, Capricorn. I love that. I'm gonna see if I have any particular love messages for you. And did you hear that message? Usually the sound of my computer is off, but apparently it is on, and so this tells me that I'm gonna go for 3 cards for you for the love messages, because there's definitely some of that here. Again, self-care, so important, you know, like for the body. It's becoming more and more clear how you're gonna transform yourself over this year. Attraction, and this person is actually smelling the roses, so that's very beautiful. Like, to stand still also, to enjoy the present moment, is where the new people that are going to be beneficial for your growth are going to come in. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Actually, the Doreen Virtue writes it in the way that I just formulated it, so that's really beautiful. Thank you, Doreen. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That's the next message that I get. And then stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and fate will bring you romance. Yes, and that's a bit the same thing, you know, staying optimistic and attraction through being truly in the present moment. That's gonna be your key as well, with all this 2nd house energy. The more you stabilize in how you wanna feel, and the more you stabilize in how you actually feel and what you enjoy in this present moment, the more all the outer conditions are going to fade and not be important to you. And the more this optimism on your love life, if that is something that you're inquiring about right now, the more that is going to be quite evident, you know, and everybody who will flow into your atmosphere will be beautifully aligned with that self-love, coming from a genuine place, of course. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your presence here, Capricorn. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you also for subscribing. That really helps the channel forward, and if you haven't done so yet, I would be honored if you did. Tell me how you are embarking upon this month of transformation again, yet again, always in February. And yeah, I love to read you in the comments. I hope to see you here very soon. Do check out your other signs if you would be looking into additional messages on love. Check out your Venus sign. All of that is possible for you on this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.